in charge of keeping all the audiovisual systems running for the events that happen at St. Mike's. We have a schedule every morning that tells us where we're booked. We're also on emergency call for people who need immediate assistance.
And he takes care of all of the conference rooms in the entire hospital, and of course you can imagine the new Lee Ka-shing building was a huge expansion for his area. He just takes it in stride and carries on.
Every month we have the board of directors meeting, and that entails all of our board members coming into this room to meet. He comes in ahead of time and checks the sound, and he gets the presentations ready, and he sort of pushes buttons and the walls move and a screen drops down.
A lot of times you have to go into a room not knowing what the problem is and being in front of a large audience and needing to fix it within 1 or 2 minutes.
This can be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience. And he's always very calm when he does this, so that sort of sets the stage for things.
I find if you let yourself panic, you're not going to think clearly. So you really have to try to put aside what's happening and just focus on the problem. I also try to have at least 1 or 2 solutions in mind on my way to the event, so at least I have a starting point.
Anything you throw at him, he just runs circles around it. If he doesn't know, he'll go home and research overnight and come back the next morning with answers and implementation. It's amazing what that guy does.
I won the Pride of Achievement Award. Phil just called me into her office, and I thought it was about supporting the event, which usually what would be the case, and then she told me I actually won. So to be singled out like this is truly an honor.
There was a time that I needed a specific cable that we just didn't have in the hospital, and we didn't even know where we could find one. And I discussed it with David. This was on a Friday. Monday morning I came in and there was a cable sitting on my desk, and he had done the research, phoned all over the city, and on his day off went out and purchased it. Not only that, he went out and actually installed it for me. It was for this training room, as a matter of fact.
These events can be stressful for the people involved. And when things go wrong, sometimes you get to be the one to show up and save the day, and that's a great feeling.
He won't leave the hospital until the job is done, and quite often he'll be here a couple of hours extra. He never has any qualms about it whatsoever. He goes above and beyond all the time to make sure everybody's satisfied, everything's prepared for the next day.
This award is very special to me because I've always strived to have pride in my work, and I've always believed that if you say you're going to do something, you have to follow through, because at the end of the day, that's how you're known, that's your reputation.
David is sort of one of those silent heroes that puts in an enormous effort, doesn't always get acknowledged, and should. And so I was just thrilled that this is a chance for David to be recognized.